All right, good evening, great people of Calabar and everybody where they listen from far and near. Welcome to another exciting episode of Sports Corner Top Unical Radio 103.5. And without further ado, now the Champions League night and football across the world and across the world of sports today. And yes, so I will say you don't ready for another round of action in the UEFA Champions League. The biggest club, biggest players, and the brightest stage in the club football day on the light like this to deliver us another unforgettable drama tonight. And yes, so but football no dey stop for Europe. We go also do our right here for home and the action where they happen for the Nigerian Premier Football League. Yes, as they hot as well they battle for point and pride and position for the table like this. And today again, big news they drop for the Nigerian football and the yes, so and everything where they happen plus the sports headlines and transfer rumors and the title race where they across Europe and athletes where they break record across. So whether you dey Calabar, anywhere in Nigeria, anywhere around the world, relax, stay tuned, and make we break down everything with the trend for the world of sports like this. Now, maybe your host today, Sir Kennedy, the man who can only football for snowball. Welcome to Sports Corner Unical Radio 103.5. Yes, so I know they here alone. I did here with the football crew, the men them. Yes, so they call them one of the best football personalities. Where they say once you don't drop food on football like this, they could just slide food once. I say make we collect football. And the first ones where they here with us now, Okon of Unical Catalyst. Catalyst, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Kennedy. Almost like I won't forget your name. Thank God, you know, happen. Good evening, Kennedy.
Yes,
good evening, Nata. Our country people out there, Ichue Salama they give all over now. It's Wednesday, the 11th day in the month of March 2026. And another beautiful day like this, and maybe for just carry body like this, check waiting the sub there for inside the world of sports. As they come forward, like just the year some persons just the yarn plenty things. Some of this one are sports lovers. If this one of the man where the yarn, one of the man now person where do we say now elderly person. I can't they say if this elderly person like this fit the yarn sport, well then what do I stand to gain? Even me as a young guy like this,
yes,
blood still they run through my veins.
You see they active.
Yes, I still dey active. So what do I stand to gain if I choose not to talk about sports? So now I just go come and say make I don't enter studio like this, make we do this one together.
Yes, so welcome Catalyst and another person who here with us. Nata, good evening.
Good evening, Sir Kennedy. Good evening, Catalyst. Good evening to all our listeners out there. I did very happy say I don't want come enter studio this evening again.
Yes, so
make I for check my for the story with the sub for inside the world of sport. Many things they solve, many things they happen, whether not for basketball or whether not for football or drama they solve. So I did excited. Say you self don't find out time to join us. Just tune in there with us. No go anywhere as we go work out this wakama together.
Yes, so no go anywhere. Just there with us. So make we digest and dissect everything where they happen for the world as well. Yes, the group done ready and hope say you don't ready. Carry your seat, call your mama, call your papa because sports corner like this, you don't come your way. Before we kukuma check what they happen for the champions, so make we give you most of the home base news where they saw. I will go first start with cricket. And as it be like this, the Nigerian Cricket Federation is moving closer to appointing a new high performance manager for the male senior national team and the yellow green and other national teams following the shortlisting of applicants for the role previously handled by the former Kenya international where in name now Steve Tikolo. Yes, so the search for Tikolo's replacement will be start on February 2nd, just a week after in departure, according to the ad where they be published for the federation official Facebook. So they be say interested candidates we are required to possess at least a 3-level coaching qualification along with between 8 and 10 years coaching experience. 1 month later, the federation is set to invite qualified candidates for the interview, according to the general manager. And this one for the talk, he say people have applied and have been shortlisted. So the committee assigned is working on it. As soon as they are done, they will begin the process of conducting interviews for the final shortlisted candidate. And the former coach in name Tikolo was the third foreigner to lead the Nigerian national team, following the South African Sim Phillips will be hold them from 2011 to 2012, and from another coach from Sri Lanka will be hold them from 2022 to 2020 to 2022. It remains to be seen whether a Nigerian will step into the role this time around. And surprisingly, imagine the Nigerian Cricket Federation, they drop open application, make people come apply. Like how the thing come do like that?
It still makes sense because if you look at it, the game of cricket, really they embraced
Yes.
for this part of the world. Make I not say part of the country, because even if you go other regions now, go still see as people they play cricket like that. Me like this now, say I have not played cricket before. So it's only watch at the watch.
Okay.
So no be like say the sport, I be the game now get much lovers all around the country. So if they happen to drop an open application this
yes
year, anybody way good if he do one catalyst fee be
cricket
Victor
coach
in the dragon for coach if he be cricket coach, nothing spoil, it's still part of sport.
Okay, and another news we get here be say the four Nigerian clubs will be Rivers United, Remo Stars, Kwara United, and Abia Warriors, who featured in the season CAF Champions League and CAF Confederation Cup, are said to benefit from a 559 million naira windfall from the Federation of African Football, following an increase in price for the money of both competition. And as it be like this, the CAF president, who in name na Dr. Patrice Mostofe, announced a 2 million naira increase in the prize money for the winners of the CAF Champions League and a further 2 million increase for winners of the CAF Confederation Cup on Monday. This will see the CAF Champions League winners earn almost $60 million as 50% increase, while the winners of the CAF Confederation Cup will receive 40 million, representing a 100% increase. And aside from the winners, CAF also announced an increase in solidarity payment to clubs eliminated in the preliminary stages of the CAF interclub competition from $50,000 to $100,000, meaning that four Nigerian clubs will receive about 559 million naira each, at an exchange rate of 1,398 naira to the dollar on Tuesday, even if they don't reach the group stages. Well, wow. How nice is that actually?
It's sharp. Let me start from winners prize.
Okay.
For Champions League. $60 million. That's huge. That's huge. Like, to start with, let's look at it in the future. Definitely it will increase.
Okay.
We no expect say it go decrease. So let's say like the next 4 years we can have something like $70 million, $80 million, and that's a very good one. Because imagine now, like example, Remo Stars now win CAF Champions League and they back $60 million. That's very high. Like, if they can manage it very well, they can build the club to a very, very standardized club.
And another news where they come here now be say another crowd misconduct be happen for the NFF, for the NPFL and the Nigerian Football Federation. This Milani committee has upheld the fine of 4 million naira against Wiki Tourist of Bauchi. This is contained in a statement signed by the committee secretary, where her name na Miss Queen Otapuru on Wednesday for Bauchi. This according to the statement for there, he said this decision was reached at a meeting of the committee after reviewing the protest logged by the Wiki Tourists against action earlier imposed by the league body in East Friday, and the committee that held Wiki Tourists failed to provide adequate and effective security during the match. Catalyst, do you think that NFL have not still been able to solve this problem of fan encroachment, especially in terms of referee decision?
Yeah, in as much as I criticize the NFF most times in their dealings and the way they modulate and regulate the Nigerian football. I no go totally like say blame them for most of these actions, because when they ask now, say whether make we put the blame on NFF, say they no fit stop the fans encroachment. You look at globally, is this thing also happening in the in the European football? The answer is yes. Of recent, we don't see something like that. It don't happen for Brazilian league. We don't see
5 no and center field.
That one's even past encroachment. He enter fight during the okay, man, not talk about AFCON because since that one still involve Africans, but we've actually seen this scenario in a global football. So it's not just limited to just the.
You can't justify that. It's not recurring.
When you say it's not recurring, it's also not recurring in
why the airlines again?
When last year about the encroachment?
They have still been doing it.
No. The truth of it is that you don't watch all the leagues, do you?
I don't watch all the leagues.
You don't watch all the leagues, so you cannot even say okay, these are the
top 5 leagues. Top 5 leagues, they happen.
We are not looking at top 5 leagues right now. We are looking at leagues globally. And when you mention about top 5 leagues, which one be the top 5 leagues?
You know now.
No. Why they ask you?
You don't know. Okay.
And why they ask you?
Make I tell you now. English Premier League.
Okay.
Spanish La Liga.
Okay.
Italian Serie A.
Okay.
German Bundesliga.
No. Let me talk now.
And French Ligue 1.
That's top 5. That don't finish.
You don't know before.
So okay, if you mention those ones now, where most times now they always make reference. What about Portuguese league?
Now those ones are major. Like they just there for like after you don't mention the top 5, those ones follow suit.
No.
Portuguese.
You know why I still argue this, because we are talking about globally the football, the regulations, and now. What we they argue now based now, really. In fact, I even this I did happy say you don't even mention them for the top leagues. They're talking about Nigerian league.
Nigerian, you don't for the top league. Okay,
I mean this thing go start globally because yes, I think it go start there because what we are talking about now has to do with regulations. So I feel now that if you are talking about global, suppose even they compare with the top 5 leagues. I feel suppose even they look at most of those leagues will never stand out like the Portuguese league that I mentioned, Turkish league and the rest. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that what France encroachment, just like it happens in the Nigerian league, it happens also across just like the top 5 games that you mentioned, it happens. But apart from the top 5 leagues, which I believe those are the ones that you really watch, now we move down to other leagues. It happens, but it's just that because they watch regularly, you go know whether they happen all the time or they happen all the time.
But why I'm trying to not justify the reasons for this fans encroachment.
Okay,
I was even thinking catalyst to say like since NFF no fit really stop the team, no fans Kokuma no dey enter pitch again.
No, this particular one now doing referee decision. So why will your fans encroach the pitch because of a referee's decision in the game?
I know you don't watch football with
no, like no matter how emotional you can
no Kennedy, that
why will you encroach?
I know you get some matches. You remember Chelsea Tottenham that year with that referee to that team?
You don't feel, reach. But the thing is that even though referee will take a wrong decision during a match or whatever, but it should not warrant the coach fans pitch encroachment, and that thing has start with the security the club provides.
Yes, I that's why I'm not even trying to blame the NFF fully. Because what are the clubs doing?
If you check the top 5 leagues, it's not that I'm trying to compare, but if you check the top 5 league, when last did you hear of fans
bring back to Africa?
Yes,
South African league.
South African league. So when last did you hear of we get fans encroachment and a fan invading a match? This one fans encroachment na because say maybe violence happen or maybe when a win match. The only time where they happen for even the top 5 leagues now for their divisions, maybe for championship now. Let's say a team like Derby County or Coventry gain a promotion to the Premier League. Immediately they blow the whistle. You go see
fans encroachment. This one with the top for Nigeria na violent.
Exactly.
Now they go in with the aim of either punching the referee or hitting players.
So to me, in this kind of thing, NFF needs help if to fund clubs during their matches to provide adequate security.
True.
One of the reasons why I think this happens is that when most of the times when these fans encroachment happens, we see NFF referring back to the club. They go to find the club. They don't get the individuals involved. They face the punishment. They face the sanction because if let's say for example Remo Stars, they are playing a match and they in the course of the match, just like Natal said, you get the way match go. They go. Okay, I think you you were the one that actually get the way match go dey tense like this. He go dey you for when make you just enter pitch, and it happens. And most of the times when it happens, if let's say for example,
you won't bump the
Remo Stars are the ones playing, and it gets to a point that the match is so tense, and the referees have to enter inside the the fans have to enter inside
that's not the best approach.
In such scenario, I feel that the right person that should be serving a punishment is the fans, the player itself.
They can track them.
They of course they can track them, and it should be the player that is facing the punishment. Not that when such happens now, NFF will now go and find the club.
The club, yes.
I think that is why it's happened, because
the fans are
yes, the fans are let's go now, because if it happens, you say after all, nothing will happen to you, and at the end of it, it's the club that will still face all this stuff. And just like you said, I think I don't know who made mention about funding. Funding now. If
for adequate security.
If the NFF if funding still keeps on going to the respective clubs in the NPFL, and now the funding that is being given to you, all you use your money to do is now to pay fine. How is the team going to how are you going to develop like a team? Because funding without setting the
results,
putting the actions the way it's supposed to be, it's not going to make any meaningful result.
Okay.
Now you fund me, and at the end of the day, the money way they give me, I still use and they pay for on behalf of my fans. It's not adding up. It's not making sense.
But I understand what they try to say. If you fund me now,
yes,
I come carry like 2,000 extra security personnel.
Security personnel.
No, it's not about any stadium club they use any stadium that match is being played.
Yes,
the securities are provided. It's not the responsibility of the club to provide securities.
Okay,
it is the responsibility of NFF to make sure that they provide security in every stadium that match is to be played. That is why before match is even played, before match is even played, they have the location of where this match will be played is made known, and NFF provide adequate security. The security is not just to cover the players, and even for the fans that are coming, they make sure that security is being provided. So it's not the responsibility of the club. The club only takes responsibility for his players and staff once they are outside the stadium, maybe on the while they are heading to heading back home or whatsoever. That is when they take up absolute security of their players. But once you're inside the pitch, anything that happens, you don't more owe the club. Is the NFF that you owe, because they did not make adequate security.
Before we move on, this is very disheartening, because imagine say with the make our league they develop, make scouts they come and all those kind of things, maybe they find talent. Imagine Eric Chelle now comes, and maybe he comes with his assistant, and maybe some scouts come from Europe and they want to watch a match,
and that day
something touch fans head, fans enter pitch. It's a very bad one.
So my own for that particular matter like that, if the NFS are the ones providing the security, I don't know if you've watched the Bundesliga, the Bundesliga, and you see the Bundesliga, the Norway league, and sometimes the Portuguese league.
Yeah.
You know that there was a time the Bundesliga was full of violence.
Yeah.
Like if you look at their stadium, they say don't get cage. They say don't get cage. No matter how you push that cage,
yes.
Even I don't know if you have even seen the Bodo Glimt stadium. Bodo Glimt, their stadium, their home stadium.
Yes.
They say don't get barricade
for where fans dey.
Yeah, so
very
so this now is not the first time it's occurring. It's not the second time it's occurring. It's not the third time. Even the last time,
build the cage.
Yeah, the last time it happened before this one, a player got injured almost to death because he was stabbed on the neck.
It's true.
So for me, if they cannot control the fans, and if there is no adequate provision for security, they should take that measure to build a barricade within the stadium. If they build that one finish, get as fans go break cage now, the possible. Even this most most of the basketball is it the basketball, the tennis court here at Malabo there, if you check, you get cage there. You understand? So to avoid fans encroachment and players their life being at risk, so all those measures need to be put in place so that we go get good football, because football is not a violence game. It's a game of love, and it's a game of happiness.
And your opinion is actually valid. It's valid, but then I don't know whether you don't go like you don't go stadium. Man, no just use events or function. Okay, man, just come out and leave football.
Okay.
Man, take a like events. You don't go events or go function.
Yeah.
We say most of the time they do them for stadium.
Yes.
Man, use this Calabar Stadium,
Yes,
just
yes,
the stadium for
yes.
instance. During that festive period, December, they bring they bring artists.
Performances,
Now,
concert.
you notice now that once they
You get the kind of artists wey go come on
you get
stage.
the artists when they come on stage.
Yes.
Now they always do barricade, to prevent persons from approaching.
Yes.
No, I don't know whether I don't go that kind of event now. See now, before that, now the Carnival Commission make sure that they provide adequate security. Well, I say
course.
security, adequate security.
I was there. Everybody was there.
Each of these barricade, each barricade had like three securities, and good people. They don't chop very well. Like for each barricade, and now you have the barricade, all over, stopping the people now.
Yes.
But you realize that once these these artists is being called on stage,
due to excitement,
see the way people go push the barricade. But even you as a security cannot help the situation.
The barricade where they talk about no be this one will be so wood. This one like it did like
no. This one I'm talking is not wood. It's
no,
iron. No. The one we talk about
like cage net. You know cage net. Like net.
What I'm trying to say is that talking about barricade is not just enough. Barricade is not just enough. If you have to be realistic,
I mean, you've also made mention that security personnel are always there, and it's not still enough. So what is enough?
If you have to be realistic with that,
but waiting at the top, you say that cage at the top. If you see them, no matter how they found it,
now make security personnel they come with them.
They don't feel well anyhow. That one that we will talk about. That's to tell you that football no be violence. Now a game of happiness and a game of joy. Now again where we say everybody's supposed to watch with a smile, even though say with the verse, now just 5 minutes verse. Now one now waiting they happen for our country like that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we go small break. When we come back, we go summary you all the matter where they happen for the champions. Yesterday, a lot happened, and we be see as Newcastle been draw, Atletico Madrid been win, and we be see as Bayern Munich been flog some people. And today we get big fixtures will go happen across the Champions League. No get anywhere. Now Simpsons gonna tell Unical Radio 103.5, and as a Kennedy and Anata, now they here with you. We dey come back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from that short break. And as this was going to Unical Radio 103.5, Sir Kennedy, they here, and they will go with Okonof and the Catalyst, and Nathan, all of us, they here, they did this one. As it be like this now, make we enter the Champions League features like this. You know, say the Champions League yesterday, a lot be happen. We see as most teams, we know they able to win. Some be win, and we be see go flows will be happen yesterday for the Champions League feature. We see as Galatasaray will be win, Liverpool 1-0, Atalanta be lose to Bayern Munich 6-1, and Atletico Madrid be win Tottenham 5-2. And we see as Newcastle and Barcelona, one of the most anticipated match yesterday, we can't end for draw. Some people be they say that match as the end for draw yesterday, say now so it's supposed to be because Newcastle were not sitting back, Barcelona were not sitting back. At the end of the day, the match call and draw. So make I start with you, Nathan. Nathan, which of these match will really catch your attention for the? You know, say make I even more start. We'll just start with this Newcastle Barcelona because this Newcastle Barcelona one of the matches where we say we've been really argue, we debate, do everything, say this go happen. And for me, I've been giving Newcastle the upper hand. No be say I be talk say Newcastle go lose.
You know, I'd my talker.
I know I'd my talker. I be give Newcastle the upper hand. So how you been see this Newcastle versus Barcelona yesterday?
It was a very interesting match,
Yes.
and from the depth of my heart, I actually anticipated that match to be so interesting since they won.
Yes.
I don't talk say this match could be very dramatic, could be very interesting. Newcastle did very well. Like Newcastle, they are 12th on the Premier League table, but the performance they put up yesterday night against Barcelona, even they top notch compared to the kind. Let's say from way back a day now, like
yes,
their last they won Atletico, although they did not qualify, they won Atletico Madrid, they won Bilbao, they won Atletico Madrid, they won Villarreal. So it's not like they have been doing too bad in their league. But yesterday night, Newcastle been really put up the game to Barca. Like they took the fight to Barca.
They took it to the notch.
I'm telling you. And one thing that really helped them was that their midfield is very good. Like Guimaraes, Tonali, their midfield is very, very good. And that's what gave them an edge yesterday night. They played exceedingly well. And the thing is just that they could not convert chances. They could not create and make sure that they score more goals. Because I feel that would have been a more bigger advantage. Say, like example, they for score like probably 3 goals. You know, say if you score 3 and maybe back have only 1, you know, say as you go second leg, you have something you can hold on to and say, even if you score us 1, we will not let you score again. But seeing the game ending in a draw, it's still very, very open. And honestly speaking, going back to the second leg at Camp Nou, I'll definitely tip Barca to pipe them.
Okay.
Like I'm so frank, I'll definitely tip Barca to pipe. I know Newcastle, they want to give everything, but at this point, I feel say Barca go come out them, because if you could not win Barca at home,
now for their home.
Now when you don't travel, go Camp Nou, go figure do am.
Okay.
You know, now it's just a look.
Okay.
So I feel Newcastle had a great game yesterday night, but I'll give this tie to Barca.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, you know, both teams played very well yesterday.
Yes.
If you want to assess who had the game, who could bury the game,
who was the better team?
Both teams played very well yesterday.
Okay.
Why I would say both teams played very well yesterday is because you cannot say Newcastle did better than Barcelona. You can also say Barcelona did more better than Newcastle.
Okay.
Reason why I said both teams played well. Newcastle first is not up to the standard of Barcelona.
Okay.
But they were able to hold Barcelona to a draw. Barcelona, on the other hand, in terms of standard, they are above Newcastle. But this is a Barcelona team that, you know, it's more of they are not really in a good form currently.
Barcelona?
Yes, Barcelona are not really in good form. If you must agree with me, compared to
I agree with him. He wants to compare with Bayern Munich.
No. I'm not comparing. I'm not comparing with Bayern Munich. Now, why I said Barcelona are not really in good form. Check when the league just started. they were at the space gap they gave to Real Madrid in La Liga compared to now, you will know that these guys, their form, they have really dropped deep in form. So that's why I said they are not really good in form as of when they started. Maybe you can actually make reference to lots of injuries that they have recorded. So yesterday match, I think, came so sudden for them, but they had to do what they know how to do best. The match, like you said, you might be giving the top notch, of course, yet to Barcelona, and I know you are right. The last time Newcastle were able to win Barcelona, I think that was 1997. That is a long time ago. When they defeated Barcelona 3-2, and since then they have not been able to win Barcelona again. These two teams have met 6 good times, and Newcastle have only won Barcelona just once, and that was 1997. And since then they have not been able to win Barcelona again. The last time these two teams, I think they met again this very season. That was during the league phase, and Barcelona still won them 2-1. Yes, so it shows that when it comes to these two teams meeting, Barcelona have always been the dominant side.
But does that influence the game they played today?
Yesterday rather.
Yeah, yesterday.
I'm not saying it influenced the game, but when we are talking about history matters in football.
Yeah,
history matters in football because let me just say, for example, now as a player, when they sign you to a club, you are going there as a normal player. If you are signing you to, let's say, if Manchester United are signing,
no.
If Manchester United, I'm using statistics. If Manchester, man, you know, sign you now.
Now I know what I know. You sign you.
Man, you know, sign you now. So, for example, if Manchester United are signing you from, let's say, from Barcelona to Manchester United, now you are coming as a normal player, right?
Yes.
Now you are coming as a normal player in the Premier League. You don't have any rivalry. But once you get to Manchester United, you are made to understand that
you have rivalry.
You have rivalry, and Liverpool is one of those guys there. So automatically you are there. What I'm trying to say now is that as long as you are a player in Barcelona now, you know that you have been meeting with these guys oftentimes, and record shows that these guys have not really been able to have an edge over you. So you need to maintain that standard. You don't need to let these guys come and do and add class.
I understand.
And that is what that is what I think Barcelona have been able to do. And this is I think this was the first draw that they've ever had in their meeting yesterday game, and it shows that Barcelona, even though they have lost some of their great and big name, but they are still trying to hold on to the game. But just like you said, the returning leg will be in the Camp Nou, and trust me, those guys are gonna do something.
It's gonna happen. All right, 08094444058.
Then I think we need to applaud one guy that Barnes.
That guy has been since his days at Leicester City. That guy has been so good.
I don't know why. I just feel like some top teams can just get hold of him and say, "More come out there." And
yes, and that guy they play Garnacho win. That guy they play Garnacho win.
Okay, I see where you are going.
And the right points are getting.
I see where you are going.
Player, but the only problem he has is injury prone. I've been following Harvey Barnes when Thomas Tuchel was coaching Chelsea.
Okay, you want to make Chelsea sign now?
No. There was a performance the guy put up against Chelsea.
Okay.
So I decided to look up to when that time we be say what perhaps be the score free kick, like saying they play penalty.
Yes.
So so you go get interest for that player. You go check in profile, go check in how the player in stats, in movement.
And you even watch him.
Yes, matches. So there was a time where Chelsea play Leicester where we say Chelsea get red card for that match. We been get red card for that match, but Chelsea come wish that match 4-2. But Leicester nearly win him, and he was the one that scored the goal. Where be say Leicester be one use do that come out. So he couldn't push he even missed a 1-on-1. So as he score, they come play another match. I can't see him performance. That was when I started flowing out until Leicester come go relegation. They come and go Newcastle. From his time in Leicester, Harvey Barnes is a nice player, but he's injury prone. Check his matches in Newcastle. Anytime where they get the play, he always put up one kind good mad performance. But the only problem he has is injury prone, and he gets some of these players will be say. That was why I was even asking myself why they no catch this, why Man City, Man U, Liverpool, even Chelsea see this guy, they go Newcastle and they sold him for almost just 45 or was it 50 million euro. Now they said that guy because that was when they offloaded James Madison and offloaded they were the two top players that was offloaded.
Not like
yes.
I mean they do distress sales.
Yeah, they were doing their distress sales, so they offloaded 3 players on a low. The only expensive player they offloaded that time was just James Madison, 50 million euro. I think Harvey Barnes was just for either 45 or see the same 50. Then Tiedemann, I think Tiedemann went out free transfer. I don't know if Tiedemann was. So Harvey Barnes is a nice player. I've been seeing the guy play, dribble, creating. He can play as a number 10. He can play as a winger, but I've not seen him playing as a first nine. But as a winger, as a number 10, he's good. He was a good pairing with him and Isak when Isak was in Newcastle. But Harvey Barnes is injury prone. The guy is good though, but you get some clubs where you go they no go too they patient with you, and I don't think clubs like all those top 4 clubs will be patient with him. You go play 3 matches, play 4 matches, go injury. So for me, the guy is good, but we don't need an injury prone. Nobody go like need injury prone for their club. So before we even move, I'm going to open the phone line 0809 444 4058 0809 444 4058. Now the phone line to call to join the conversation this wonderful evening.
Newcastle signed Harvey Barnes for just 39 million pounds.
Okay, 39 million pounds. That is because the guy is good. So I was asking myself why they no sign now. When I call the follow improve, I can't say the guy is injury prone.
But when he dey fit, he go fit give you.
Yeah, anytime when they fit in, they play. But the thing is that will you be fit enough to be around to play the important games? You understand? Because in the top 4 clubs in England, any game where they play is important to them.
Sure.
If both FA Cup, Carabao Cup, the Premier League and the Champions League, and you know that most of them participate in 4 competitions.
Sometimes even more than 4.
Yes, if yes, especially if you even win the Club World Cup,
yes.
You are going to, if you win the Champions League, you are preparing your team to go and play the Intercontinental World Cup.
Yes.
So that is something. So all right, ladies and gentlemen, we could just dive in, go check waiting we get today for the Champions League. And for the Champions League today, we get Bayer Leverkusen versus Arsenal, Bodo Glimt versus Sporting Lisbon, PSG versus Chelsea, and Real Madrid versus Manchester City. You see, football now the only thing in the world where Sabi give free premium entertainment. Anybody when they don't want to, like, I get twin brother. If anytime when I find out say this guy know the word football, I invest because entertainment what they get. If I reach out, who I want follow talk, they shout with because football now free premium now waiting to make me smarter than enter group chat. Make I go vent my joy. But right now, football is one of the most entertaining sports in the world.
You know, say no, you don't come tell us he get twins brother. Now me and Natalie know get twins brother. Now maybe begin they cry. I mean Natalie get twins brother. Something like that.
So to start with, my brother an Arsenal fan, so you know
ready for us.
Me my own brother now Man City fan.
So today we get Bayer Leverkusen versus Arsenal, PSG versus Chelsea, Real Madrid versus Man City. So make even talk about this Bayer Leverkusen versus Arsenal. Are we going to agree that Arsenal is going to have an easy passage?
Catalyst start because
if you want start, if you feel free to start.
I don't feel to start first.
I mean if you to talk say Bayer Leverkusen go now Arsenal.
No, I don't want to enter first.
Are we going to agree that Arsenal is going to have a free pass?
Actually, Arsenal versus Bayer Leverkusen. See, I don't want to sound like I'm actually exaggerating, but we should give it to Arsenal. Arsenal are going to win Bayer Leverkusen very easy. They are going to win Bayer Leverkusen very easy.
I disagree.
Yeah, it's actually your opinion, it's my opinion. So I'm only responsible for what I say, not for what you understand. But trust me, Arsenal are going to win Bayer Leverkusen. You know why? Arsenal currently, apart from the fact that they are chasing, the Premier League, this Champions League. I think last year they had a tougher opponent than what they have currently this season. Arsenal, even during the last 16, but they were able to, to do to do their thing. Now they are facing Bayer Leverkusen. Go back to Bundesliga, check where Bayer Leverkusen are in the table. Look at their games, their last games. The
their
guys
last
are not.
game, I think they drew.
They drew with
3-3.
free balls, 3-3.
Yes,
And you know, you look at free balls, their opponents is not actually a thing that you know they were supposed to draw. And now you're coming to meet, you know, a team like Arsenal. Even though sometimes you get to question their performance. You know, not just about, you know, sometimes you get to question their performance.
Yes, and their last match, Arsenal win them 4-1.
Exactly. So I am actually anticipating that if you look at their last game, I think 4-1, right?
Yeah.
Their last 2 games,
Yes.
Arsenal won them 4-1, 4-1.
Okay, the last first time where they meet now 1-1.
Yes.
They have met only 3 times.
They have met 3 times.
Yes.
1-1. Then the second time 4-1. The third time Arsenal still won them 4-1. So I'm not saying that it's going to be 4-1 again, but what I'm trying to say is that Arsenal are going to win Bayern Leverkusen very easy.
Well,
Make I enter the water now.
okay.
Shall not make sure you say no draw.
Actually, I'm looking at Bayer Leverkusen winning Arsenal.
Okay.
It's gonna come as like it's not like 3-0, but I believe Bayer Leverkusen will pick the victory.
Okay.
Maybe they will score an outside goal and
By a slim margin.
and overlook.
Like that's I just feel say Arsenal now they will not want to. You know, it's a risk for the players to go all out. They are
For
not
Champions League.
wait. You get where I want go.
Okay.
They have not landed the Premier League yet.
Okay.
So now their mind is divided definitely.
FA Cup,
Carabao Cup, Champions League,
Premier League.
Okay.
I know you say teams have been winning.
No. I'm not coming from. I'm not coming from now.
But to start with, and we all know that the Arsenal team most time, from what we have seen over I think the past 3 seasons,
Yes.
they really don't know how to play under pressure.
Yes.
And this match, you will see say this match now,
Yeah.
they will one day very careful because if you pick an injury now, it will affect you definitely in the league.
During the weekend.
Yes. And even if you play your life out this night,
Yes. The returning leg is
returning leg is there.
Okay.
Then you have Premier League as well to play.
all right.
So I just feel Leverkusen will pick this victory. They are playing at home. I see them winning Arsenal in this
All
game.
right.
Yeah, yes. You have actually said you don't talk your mind, but like I said, Bayer Leverkusen no go fit win Arsenal. Yes. Take it. In fact, I'm not a prophet, but you know.
Yes.
Write this date down. Write this time down. Arsenal are going to win Bayer Leverkusen. Bayer Leverkusen. Now you talk say you know they will be very careful.
Yes.
Now. Okay, I think the game have even just started anyways. Bayer Leverkusen versus Arsenal. We say the game did not start early.
It don't really start. It don't start
the game already start right now.
Start.
So now you said Arsenal are going to be careful. Now you look at this Arsenal. Were they careful during the league phase? They were not. Arteta make sure that if Fielded is best in level.
Yeah.
So wait for I don't suffer come reach round of 16.
Yeah.
Now for us now I won't come dey careful. When we say suppose come go all out. No, I will not go all out. Now you said Arsenal cannot play under pressure. Yes, very correct. That is the more reason why they need to win this game so that when they get to the returning leg now they can calm themselves and play the game. They don't need to play under pressure because when you say they can play under pressure now, they cannot play under pressure. It's when probably they lost the first game and they get to second now. They get to the second leg. That's when you can now call in the pressure. But now it's not under pressure. They will play comfortably and they play to win. Their next match is against Everton. I'm not saying I said Everton is actually an easy guys for them, but trust me, already they have gotten a little advantage in the Premier League due to Manchester City result in last game. Yes. However, they still have a standing game. That's Manchester City. But trust me, Arsenal are not going to let go of the Champions League the way you think. Last season they did not try to reach a semi-final, and I feel say this season their aim could be to reach a finals. Like I keep on saying, you know, I'm really rooting for Arsenal, even though I'm not a supporter of Arsenal. I'm rooting for them because person will don't suffer. We don't suffer for many years. So if you don't suffer, suppose chop the fruit of your labor.
Yeah.
But then,
No be paying respect for this.
even as I do it for them, you know mean say if they go Jones.
We have Chelsea versus PSG as well. We have Real Madrid versus Manchester City.
What are you expecting?
We are world champions for a reason. All right.
Go and prove your world champions.
You know, say this PSG versus Chelsea. Okay, 08094444058. What team you take for the matches we'll get today? Bayer Leverkusen versus Arsenal already start 3 minutes gone 0-0. PSG versus Chelsea. Real Madrid versus Man City. Bordeaux versus Sporting Lisbon. This PSG versus Chelsea. You see, I yesterday I be the talk something within my mind. I say make thank God say because for me nobody have an excuse in this match. Nobody because
Which of the match?
PSG versus Chelsea.
Okay.
Nobody has because you see that's Club World Cup because this thing are the same as third leg, the second leg, then the other one are third leg because during the Club World Cup some people say that it was a pre-season tournament, blah 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 blah. I agree. Some people they say PSG Chelsea took them on arrest. Chelsea no use their normal formation. They no use their normal tactics where they play. Fine and good. This time around, it's going to be a different coach. PSG have nothing. No, this one now, both PSG and Chelsea no get excuse. Desire Doué is around. Chelsea during the weekend, PSG lost their match. So as they lost their match during the week, I'm very very sure that most of their players didn't play. Then Chelsea during the weekend, Enzo, Palmer and Caicedo, most of our centre back, Chaloba and Fofana no starts. Even Sef, John Pedro came in few minutes. And the goalkeeper Sanchez, those ones now, everybody now they up. So right now nobody has an excuse. And if you check PSG record against Chelsea, I was checking it and I noticed that PSG versus Chelsea now low-key rivalry for Champions League way because I was checking it and I found out that these people don't really meet themselves well and the time where they be meet themselves as of 2015 they drew, then they come back second leg, Chelsea win, then the same thing repeated in 2016. They won Chelsea and knocked Chelsea out both home and away, then coming again. So I think these people don't really meet themselves and now rivalry they hold them. I know from 2004 they don't meet each other.
Kennedy.
So for me, I'm expecting a surprise from the match. I just need the surprise
from all we see they try to. I never actually got it right now.
Yes.
They try, you are talking as a politician that you are trying to, when you are trying to convince your constituents to elect you for, the next tenure that you are going to do differently from what you did in the first season. Okay. So that they come from that very angle. Now you are trying to, twerk the narrative now to
tell me what Kennedy has done
to put Chelsea as an underdog, which I am not going to argue with you. The way they talk now, the way they talk.
So are you saying PSG should be the underdog?
Everything in favor of PSG, in favor of PSG.
No, I don't Chelsea. No, I said
PSG should be the underdog.
No, nobody is an. Wait till I say nobody get excuse for this match.
Okay,
no Chelsea and PSG.
No, there are some people come there say PSG
No. Everything I thought they say, I don't check their runs. I have checked everything.
He's right.
They say that this one is big time rivalry for Champions League, big time rivalry. Like what thing they do if they meet themselves this season now, one go support each other, the other one. What I thought they say nobody get excuse for this match now.
Exactly.
Every player they fit.
Now if anybody happens to lose in this match, we're not going to, we are not going to. We have reasons.
Yes.
You said the excuse no will be
excuse.
Yeah, we'll get excuse.
Nobody get
now,
excuse.
The reason why I get excuse in terms of both teams.
Yes.
If you look at their five games, I think they balance because their Chelsea last five games.
Yes.
They won 3, they lost 1, they draw 1.
Yes.
PSG also the same thing. They won 3, they lost 1, and they draw 1. So in fact, in terms of their stats, everything done they balance now.
Yes.
And the last time Chelsea and PSG met, Chelsea won them, not 1-0, not 2-0, 3 goals to 0. So if you look at it, if you want to use their 5 last games and also their last meeting to judge, you will place PSG as the underdog between Chelsea and PSG. So the stat already speaks for himself.
No, if you use the last 5 games,
I'm
Chelsea ahead.
No. I'm saying the last 5 games in their respective leagues.
Okay.
I'm not talking about the last 5 games.
The last 5 minutes head to head.
Okay.
They talk about it.
No, they talk about it. I mean the last 5 games in their respective leagues.
Okay.
Because I know you bring in head to head now. PSG their last 5 games for League 1. Chelsea their last 5 games for Premier League. Okay. We bring it together, and now it's also bring the equal. Now the last time also that Chelsea met with with PSG, yes. What was the result? So you bring all these things together now. Yes. You definitely place the PSG as the underdog.
No problem. But for
that's deep.
Like waiting at the top, you say both teams have no excuse. No, if you check Chelsea, nobody get injury. PSG, nobody get injury. So if anybody lose now, won't come bring us speculations and see why I lose. So it's not justifiable because all your players are fit. You don't go say this one not available. You won't go invite anyone. So if Chelsea lose, I'm coming out for them. and I will deal with them.
So who do you think will actually win in the game?
I'm waiting for the surprise.
No. Let's not my surprise happen for football now.
Okay.
After all, no be Atletico surprise Tottenham yesterday.
Okay.
So it's definitely going to happen.
Okay.
But if they ask you now,
Yes, my expectation in the match.
your expectations in the match,
Okay. I'm expecting a draw.
you're expecting a draw.
Yes,
I'm expecting PSG to win Chelsea.
You're expecting the underdog to win Chelsea.
Nobody's
I follow you agree say PSG
Nobody's an underdog here. Nobody's an underdog here. All 08094444058 join the conversation. We get a few minutes to leave, and before we come out, we could talk about Real Madrid versus Manchester City. This one and I be the men premium blockbuster. These people for the last 3 seasons for Champions League, they don't meet each other. And I call the ask myself, say, you sure say they know they plan this thing?
you don't they do me somehow self, but this is into the jam.
Last count it. In 2024 they met, 2025 they met, now 2026 they meet again. And I call the ask myself, waiting they show up. Like, no be even look at itself. Look at it. 2020 they met, 2022 they met, 2023 they met, 2024 they met, 2025 they met. Now we're in 2026. They go still meet again, and now always either for knockout stage they meet themselves. So Catalyst, what do you expect for this match? Because already okay, we could talk up right now. Madrid is the underdog because of their injury list. Mbappe self have no assurance of starting. Bellingham no there around. Okay, Bellingham see the trend. Militao is out, and the only centre back way there around now I think is Rudiger. The only centre back way there around now is Rudiger. Rodrigo don't go out of season injury. So for me, Madrid might be the underdog, but we should not underrate the king of Champions League because they might come with a lot of surprises. So, Catalyst, what do you think?
This one hard down.
I think yes, truthfully, this is very hard.
Yes.
In exams, if they say exam is very hard, I think this is one of it. Manchester City versus Real Madrid, it's a very tough one.
Okay.
Now, I would have said it's going to be an easy one for Manchester City. Now that Real Madrid are not in good form, and also owing to they are waiting to happen for their own side there. But also you come back to this Manchester City themselves in their form. The answer is no. They are not really in their good form.
But we can give the upper right now to Manchester City because Real Madrid, their stars know they are around like that.
No, forget about stars. But I think I feel that Real Madrid, for some reasons, I feel that Real Madrid should be giving us a surprise tonight. They should be giving us a surprise. We know why, because I feel that these guys are definitely eager to prove a point. Their last 5 games has been very bad. 3 wins, 2 lost. Manchester City,
4 wins,
their last games, I think they are undefeated in their last 5 games. Yes, and you look at the teams that they have met in the Premier League, you cannot compare it to the teams that Real Madrid have met in La Liga. So you might want to give the edge to Manchester City, but I might want to give the edge to Real Madrid. I'm expecting Real Madrid, to try and do some things because you look at this Real Madrid. They have not won any major game this very season. Against Atletico, they lost. Against Barcelona, they lost. They have not really,
Madrid will boost their pride.
Yes, we will boost it. They have not done it. And I feel this is the time they should do it. This is the time, and I think this is going to be the first big game for Abello, if not mistaken. I think this is going to be his first big game. I feel this guy should pull out a bit. This is not the Real Madrid that we used to know. Madrid now people who say now when they use boys for the big games. Now big games then they show them. All of a sudden they have just gone down low. Go down low for her. So, but I expect them to do something different this night. Okay. Maybe it will not be a win, maybe it will be a draw, but I'm not expecting him to lose the game this night.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go draw the curtain for Sports Connector Unical Radio 103.5. We want to say a very, very big thank you to everybody. I'm not waiting for your last word before we move.
To all our listeners, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yes, so Catalyst.
Thank you so much, our listeners out there. I Chowe Salam I give all of you now. Till we meet again. For now, enjoy your evening.
Yes, so and with that, now here we go draw the curtain for today's Sports Corner edition on Top Unical Radio 103.5. Tonight, now big football night as a UEFA Champions League takes the center stage across Europe. Big clubs they battle under the bright light, fighting for the glory and a place for the next round. While some teams go there for Europe tonight, they just sit down, they observe within the so from the Champions League drama to the latest updates and everything. We will say very very thank you. That is say the world of sports we know the sleep. So big thanks to everybody way tuning in, everybody way they listen, and everyone way follow from the beginning to end of the show. On our support now waiting they make Sports Corner they hot every time. I still remember Sir Kennedy saying make una enjoy the Champions League tonight, support your team, enjoy football, and remember say this game anything fit happen. Till next time, Sports Corner they sign out for now. Thank you very much and have a wonderful evening.